Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours. Tonight we'll be having another session for Orlando Unmasked, to be precise, the vampire venue. We will begin our scene at the Hunt residence, a mansion that recently of Sir Sirius Hunt for over, and who knows, maybe even for themselves. Peter, you're up.
Sorry, you cut out a bit, so I was thinking, but yeah, Ely will just be dropped off by a car, and she doesn't. She just almost just waves off the driver, and she's just standing there looking up, probably at the gate that's outside.
Yeah.
So
There is
observant.
yeah, that's fine. There is an intercom with a nice big red button.
She doesn't trust the big red button, but since there's nothing else, she'll go over and press it.
The gates open, and you can see in the distance Sirius slowly walking up the driveway.
Ely will just walk up to him. Hey,
Welcome to my humble abode. Please, follow me. And he'll turn around and walk towards the mansion. The nice lights from inside, reflecting on the slight Art Nouveau decorations at the entrance gate.
so have you just moved in here or what?
Basically,
Who is it? Like, does it have furniture and stuff?
yes, I got it fully furnished about
Who'd
2
you buy it
nights
from?
ago. Beg your pardon?
Who did you buy it from?
I mainly had Michael take care of it.
Oh yeah, but like, is it old people furniture or what?
Define old people.
As it's a bit more smelly than normal.
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay,
Actually,
that's good.
he actually opens the door and waits for her to enter.
Oh, she will.
He follows and closes. No, these are actually freshly made. They are in the Art Nouveau style, but from modern craftsmen. And I have to say, I'm very impressed with the quality. Almost as good as the originals.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Uh, and the sort that was popular in the 1920s.
Okay.
And he will lead you to the living room. The house itself has got Art Nouveau decorations, but when you come to the living room, it is very modern. Also, the sofa, the like 20 or 25-inch screen TV, and radio, and a few other things. It actually looks very comfortable. There other animal fur strewn about, and the fireplace is currently not lit.
So you can speak with animals, but you actually do hunt them and kill them.
Yes.
Why?
I prefer to exsanguinate an alligator than exsanguinate a human.
Can you really live off of that?
I can. I'm not a Ventru.
I need to drink a lot from animals too. It doesn't really do it for me.
Hmm.
I mean, I need to drink a lot. Like,
Oh,
I normally just find bad people.
I see. Fair enough. I
Well,
okay
sometimes.
people and people that I know who can take it, you know, won't be too adversely affected.
Oh yeah, I got the hang of that pretty quickly, actually.
Yeah, but I only do it once in a blue moon, just to keep the beast satiated enough. Otherwise, it's animals.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I exsanguinate them, I take their meat. If the hide is any good, I also like to tan it, since I don't like to waste. Or I leave the meat out for the other alligators to eat. They don't seem to mind.
Why do you tan it? Do you like make like bags or something out of it?
Um, Bags, wraps. Sometimes I also just sell the skins on or gift them. You occasionally find the odd toreador who desperately wants to have themselves some alligator skin boots and like to do it themselves. So I can just offer them good raw material.
I'd like to talk to an alligator.
Interesting creatures, to say the least. So, yes, I don't know if you got my electronic missive. SMS, I think it's called.
Yeah, I think I did. Well, to
Yeah,
come here, but was
yeah.
there more into it? Was there more to it than that, or
Uh, no. Um, Mind you, if we can have a pleasant chat on the side, all the better. But yes, I checked up my notes, and the good news is no, I don't have to give you any of my vitae for you to learn animalism. And
the bad
just
news?
between the two of us, I saw your eyes light up when I mentioned that,
No, they didn't.
and
She's lying, by the
he just smiles. Ah, of course you didn't. Of course you didn't.
way. I mean,
Be that.
I wouldn't mind, but you know, like, damn it. Okay, what's the bad news? What's the bad news?
The bad news is I'm not believing your lie. I saw that
Yeah,
glimmer in
okay,
your eye.
okay,
You
yeah, that's
were
fine. Okay, yeah,
excited.
I'd really like to do it. Okay, okay,
Fair
get
enough.
over it. It's fine. Like,
I just wanted to hear it out of your own mouth.
yeah,
That's
there you
all.
go. You got it.
There we go. Okay, enough teasing. I'm more than happy to teach you, and and you know what? You know what? I won't even ask any favor back from you for it. I'm giving
Kind
this
of looks
one
at you.
free to you.
Isn't that kind of unusual?
It is. It is.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Kind of limits the understanding that once someone does something for someone else, it's like you owe people stuff.
If you want, I can go to the harpy and make a point that you don't.
No, I'm just, I don't know. I'm just curious. Like, I don't know. It's fine. I trust you. I think. Well, I trust you to an extent, I suppose.
Now that is reasonable. I wouldn't expect you to trust me fully just yet.
No.
That would be unwise. And but I'm sure you would like to know why. Why the
I'm quite
generosity?
certain that you have no intention of killing me right now, so to that extent I trust you.
Apart from some.
Sorry, you cut out.
Kindred.
Could you repeat that?
Oh, sorry. Apart from Sabbat scum, I normally make it a point of not killing my fellow kindred.
I know. And I know there are rules against that.
Yes, and
But I still operate under the assumption that pretty much everyone is trying to kill me, so it's worked out for the last 100 years for me, plus. So
to be fair, it's not unreasonable. I knew enough kindred in my time who probably would have tried to end you just right here and now, because they would think that you're an.
yeah, I've heard.
Rather take the view that you just got an extra shitty card handed to you. But it's not your fault, for crying out loud. I mean, you might have seen I don't treat Nosferatu like dirt, do I?
No.
Yeah. I normally don't like to treat people just for circumstances that they can't help. But yeah, I'm willing to teach you some animalism, because frankly, I like you. As kindreds go, I find you actually quite refreshing. You give me relatively little bullshit. You're pretty straightforward. I can respect that. And you're a survivor. That's something that is hella impressive.
She looks at you for a moment. That's really impressive. Hella impressive. That's something that, like, teenage girl thinks. I think that's what they say. I don't think you fit the bill, just letting you know.
Okay, fine. I've been trying to use some more modern lingo since.
You'll slowly begin to hear as she's trying not to laugh, but failing. You can say whatever I want. It's fine.
Yeah. But yeah. I like you, and think of it as a gesture a friend would do to someone else. Or at least at some point I would like to think that we could.
You're alright. I'd like to have you as a friend as well. Don't worry.
Glad to hear that. Yes, so fair enough. I shall show you the first level for free, and then you can decide if you still like it, and if you do, we can progress. Maybe for the second, you know what, I will not insist on it, but I definitely wouldn't mind if at some point you might be willing to teach me one of your tricks.
We can find out something.
I mean, I don't want to go and ask you the full list of your abilities. That would just be rude. But let's just say, for example, that if there were a Nosferatu here in the room, I wouldn't be able to spot him. for example,
Hmm.
which is annoying.
They're really not that bad. I mean, some of them seems like being able to hide and look at people, which is honestly a bit creepy, but I mean, I like to mess with grown-ups or adults a lot, and it's kind of actually really funny when it comes right down to it. But is it healthy or is it something I should do? No, but
I would you're seriously hurt anyone
no.
or cause, for example, a
No.
marriage to go down the drain, you should be
No.
fine.
It's more. It's really funny actually. Like there are just certain things they don't expect a girl to say, and they don't expect a girl to know, which is honestly one of the most fun parts.
Glad to hear that you're making lemonade out of those lemons.
It's quite funny actually.
Oh, by the way, how rude of me. I would happen to have one of the Tremere wine bottles still around.
Um. Oh, it's not blood. It's that blood wine.
Yes.
Ugh. No, no thanks.
Ah, not quite your taste, I see.
No. You.
Mm. Have some.
Excuse me. What?
I should still have about a liter of alligator blood. It's currently chilling in the.
Hmm. Um. I'll try some.
Fair enough. And Sirius goes to the kitchen, gets two big wine glasses, fills both of them up with relatively fresh blood, puts it in front of her and in front of him, and goes, of course, by the ancient laws of hospitality, you're currently enjoying mine. So, should during this night anybody try to harm you, I will get in their way. And of course, you have my word of honor as a sir that I have not mixed any of my vitae into the blood. Pardon the formalities, but tradition is tradition.
Are there some people who actually do that?
I've heard tale of it.
I'm quite certain I would get significantly pissed off if someone slipped something into my drink.
Oh, I definitely would.
They probably wish they hadn't done it. If I, yeah, just saying.
He sits down, takes his glass with blood, lifts it up. No? Will you cheer me?
Okay, gee, they will cheer and she'll drink.
Yeah. And it's normal alligator blood.
Yeah, you can see like Ely is. She tastes it, sits there for a moment. It doesn't really have the same kick to it. It's okay. I mean, but it's. I
I
don't know.
know. I know. It's never as good as human blood. It never is.
Do you know how many like drug dealers and other things like you can you can drink off them like no problem.
I'm not very well acquainted with the local underworld, so
But not like it doesn't need to be local. I mean, just it's everywhere.
well, I saw with a lot of the homeless that there's definitely a drug problem going amongst them. Yeah, it doesn't please me. People destroying themselves in that way, and others profiting from it. Call me old-fashioned, but it just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, I tend to want less of that. I agree. I don't like it either.
Yeah, but I'll keep it in mind, just in case I come across a particularly heinous individual. But currently I'm trying to stay away from murder. Tends to have an adverse effect on one's humanity.
I suppose.
Yeah. All right. To be fair, I've had to take care of a lot of business tonight, so how should I say, I haven't quite got the energy left to start your tutelage in animalism. But I would say it makes most sense if I organize a few animals, and then maybe in a night or two you come again, and then we can start your tutelage in earnest.
Okay.
But yeah,
Do you want me to? Do you want me to bring something?
you can if you want.
No,
But
like someone. Like
oh yes, yes. Who were you thinking of bringing?
I'll find someone. You know, as a gift. Someone who won't be missed. It'll be a criminal or something.
Oh,
So
and
you can just drain him and eat him. It'll be fine.
it's uh, Sirius looks
Again,
uncomfortable.
you can see Ely begin to like her smile begins to crack a little as she's trying desperately to keep a straight face, but it's failing.
Mm.
You should see your face right now. Of course, I'm not going to do that. And she begins to laugh. Oh, like, see, this is what I mean. Some grown-ups are so easy to dupe. It's it's really kind of funny, but I don't know what it is. So, what kind of business are you doing? It's like grown-up business or what?
You know that I look at you as a grown-up and not as a kid, even if you're stuck in
I
that
know,
kid's
but
body.
I know, and I'm involved in grown-up business. I just normally call it like so. It's serious business. Does that sound better or worse or what?
You know what? It's fine. I quite like it. And mind you, I've heard. I used to hear so many jokes about my first name that I've just got used to it. Mind you, if you do that in public, I will have to rebuke you. I've got a bit of status to uphold. You know, there are certain stereotypes. And the last thing I need is fledglings or neonates starting taking liberties.
Okay. What sort of business are you doing when you are not here?
When
Sir
I'm-
Serious Hunt.
You know what, Ellie? You can call me Sirius.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Well, currently I'm looking to get into the health sector. I am also looking around and making plans for a little bit of philanthropy. Just a moment. Sorry about that. I thought my cell phone had a call. False alarm. Still getting used to this modern technology.
So philanthropy and healthcare. Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
Let's just say I found in my walkings through the city that there are a lot of homeless people, and amongst them there are also a lot of homeless veterans. You would think a society like the Americans would absolutely love their ex-soldiers, but it's quite scary how quickly they fall between the cracks. So I want to see if I
They
can't
fall
help
through
them in some way.
I think you'll find that they've fallen through the cracks for over 100 years. I saw a lot of people who lost legs, arms, hands, feet, jaws, you name it. After the Civil War, there was nothing for them.
Yes.
I don't see how this changed. I don't think it has.
No. If anything, it's only the methods of maiming and killing have become more monstrous, and I have to know it. I was involved in the Great War, so yeah. What you guys did the run up, yeah. I got to see the fully realized version of mechanical warfare. Yeah. Poison gas, amongst other things. But yes, in some ways, war never changes. I just didn't want to put too fine a point on it. Old habits. I think I've just been hanging around the Toreadors and the Venturers for a little too long.
What? Are you catching Rose thing or what? Like
Rose thing? What do you mean with that?
Toreador?
No. I'm very much a gangrel. Nah. You know. Or maybe you don't. The whole not saying everything, being vague to a point of annoyance, that sort of shit. But yeah, okay. And to be fair, I've recently acquired a few toys and I've been playing around with them. I definitely have to say motorcycles and cars and armored vehicles, and heck, I have to say I'm a big fan of those quad bikes. They're quite fun.
Yeah, I never got to ride on one of those.
Oh.
I've ridden in a lot of cars, so it's fun.
Talking about it, I got myself at least 3 of them, and they are fully tanked up, so if you want to go for a joyride afterwards, Be my guest.
Can we go now?
You know what? Why not? Just let
And
me
as
quick.
soon as you say that, Ely, well, she doesn't disappear, but you get the sense that she's moving really fucking fast outside. She almost like disappears. Almost.
She becomes a blurry streak in
Yeah.
Sirius's vision. Got you.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Sirius just quickly types something in his phone, sends the message off, and then, in all calmness, he goes to the cloakroom, organizes 2 helmets, and then very calmly walks to the garage, which is on the left side of the mansion. It's pretty obvious. It's basically a building that's literally just been latched on, and it looks as if it was recently built. And he comes calmly and sort of, my, haven't you got some celerity on you?
Maybe, she says.
Well, good thing we're here in the middle of the boonies. The next boondocks. Pampa.
Is that
outskirts.
like a British thing?
Boonies, yes, and it means out in the sticks, out in the middle of nowhere.
Ah, okay, yeah, okay. Out in the sticks, I remember that.
Yeah. Mind you, if we have several miles of more or less untouched wilderness to ourselves, it all belongs to, most of it belongs to me anyway, so. Anyway, he tosses you a helmet. Safety first.
She grabs it, looks at you, looks down at the helmet, looks at you. I mean, fine. She puts it on. It's a little too big for her, but yeah. It's alright. Okay. Are we done with the pussy stuff, or should we get going?
The idea was more in the case that anyone saw us, they would only see the helmets. But fair enough, little Miss Tough Guy, and he puts the helmet on. Opens the garage door, opens up, and you see some pretty sweet Kawasaki quad bikes, like the newest thing back in 2000. He just goes and checks a few things, makes it ready, and basically says, "Hey, what are you waiting for? Grab one."
She gets up on it and she'll just say, "Okay." And then she begins to just drive it a little bit, drive out. And when she's about 5 or 6 meters in front of you, pretty much, she'll just say, "Okay, I'll race you around the house. Last guy is a loser," and then she drives off.
Yeah, Sirius guns his machine and he's hot on her tail.
And I mean, it's up to you if there's anything else, but this is maybe a good place to start to end the scene.
I would say this is a perfect. So we shall leave our 2 kindred racing around Sirius's mansion on quad bikes, making a hell of a racket. But the only thing left to see as the camera pans out is the 2 kindred having fun and Sirius howling like a wolf. And with that, I just want to say thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This was another session of Orlando Unmasked, the Vampire Venue.